Is this too much? The laws of stewardship. So that said, I will be staying on that same course, still building or expounding on one more law. And the title of my teaching today is The Law of Paradoxical Participation. But as I knew people will not let it pass. People will give some. In case you can't spell, it's here. Paradoxical participation. It sounds very big when you find out that it's very simple. Father, we commit your word into your hands. We thank you first and foremost for the privilege to gather at your feet. We bow to the authority of your word, which is finite, which cannot be questioned. And we surrender our thoughts, our minds, and our belief systems to your word. We ask that as it comes in contact with your word, there is an alignment with your mind in the name of Jesus. We ask, oh God, that for every limiting thought, for every pattern of thinking that has stood as a wall against the progress of God in our lives, that they be pulled down by the introduction of the word of God in the name of Jesus. Father, we thank you for the ability to speak of your word and the ability also to hear and be blessed by the word. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Okay, I'd like us to turn our Bibles to the book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 39. Matthew 10, verse 39. Okay, can we read it together? He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. 2004. Yes, 2004. I was an undergraduate in the university, and it happened at one particular day while praying, seeking God's face. God told me clearly, I'll make you rich and famous. That's how I put it, but He told me clearly I was going to prosper me. So after that prayer, I was so filled with joy. I was so excited, and I ran to my best friend's room. We're in the same hostel block, so I practically ran to his room, chokes. And I told him, bro, levels are changed. God is about to prosper me. And we were both excited on my behalf because he knew that if heavens opened over my life, his own heaven too, the door will open small because of my own heaven. So that was like October, November 2004. So 2004, December, I came home for the holidays, and I got involved in business and had a discussion with someone, and I got the biggest check of my life as at that time, the biggest check anybody would ever give me. So that was like December 29th. So it was like, God, you spoke in October. Since December, you got to perform. So that check, I could only cash it in January. So I remember when I resumed back to school in January, because my school then will resume back to school on the 2nd of January. They only give us 1st of January to stay at home. 2nd, you come back. By 3rd, you're writing test. So as we came back to school on the 2nd, my friend was already in school because he lives in Abuja. So he was already on campus. So I said, come to my room. So guys, sit down. What was that word that God gave us? I was preaching to him. After about 3 minutes of speaking, I gave him the check. He said, see proof. But he shouted, we rejoiced. Because both of us were hammered. So that was January. December that year, I remember crossover service of that year, December 2005, I was not at the Liberty House. I was at the Redeemed Church. And I was in one corner, and God told me to take stock of my life. Plus and minus of my life, the good, the bad. And I did, for those that do account, profit and loss. So by the time I finished, I found out that at the end of 2005, I was bankrupt. So I was I had nothing to my name other than the shirt and trousers I had. So, and that crossover, I was like, oh God. 2004 October, you told me you will prosper me. December, I got a good check. By the way, that check never cleared. Never cleared. I think the check was in 3 digits, about 350,000 naira. So you can imagine now, how much was my pocket money for a whole year? My pocket money for a whole year was not that amount. So it can tell you how big it was for me. I finally got, because I presented the check twice, and I was told, oh yeah, this check will not, something is wrong, call the giver. So I finally got 30K. I was 350K. So I think that was that January, February. So by December of that year, because some of you thought maybe I collected the money and I squandered it. I didn't collect the money. The money did not come. I didn't squander it. But by December that year, I was broke on all sides. And I was like, hey God, you told me you would teach me to prosper. And God said, yes, that's what I'm doing. I said, no, I'm broke. I said, I'm teaching you. I didn't say I will make you prosperous. I said, I will teach you how to prosper. So it was then it cleared in my eyes that, oh, when I was hearing God will make me prosperous, he said, I will teach you. So there were two different things. And it's an example of a paradox. Where you have a word, they are so sure that with this word, I'm set for life. How many of us have received the word from God that are like, in the next 6 months, things will change. Then 2 years later, you are reviewing. They're like, wait, how many of you are really in that, you've been in those situations? But the beautiful thing about it is, we need to ask ourselves why. And from the study of the Word of God, we see that even God specializes in, will I say, paradox. God uses paradox a lot. Like the scripture with us, can you come back on this? He that findeth his life. What is finding your life? Isn't that a good thing? Verse 1, now you guys sleeping. If you find your life is a good thing, the Bible says, he that findeth his life shall lose it. How? How? Why? And it says, and he that loseth his life for my sake, emphasis on for my sake, for future reference. So somebody should not say, what is if I lose my life? I will find it again. So I'm going to stand in front of the train to keep me so that I live again. No. It says, for my sake. He that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. But that is how God thinks. Those are the mindsets that God carries. God tells you that if you want to receive, give. How? You would expect that God would say, if you want to receive, have a big basia. Have a big drum for those of you that don't know what basia is. Like lucky people. Basia is for those of us that don't know. They're stainless bowl, very big in size. They use them for party rice. And then they keep them before they put them in cola. Meat or fried meat. So they call them basias. So you would have expected that that's what God would say. But God says, no, if you want to receive, give. It says in another scripture, the first shall be the last. How? Why? Why all this? Why this disorder? Why? It looks like a disorder, true of us. Yeah. It looks like, oh God, what are you trying to prove? But those are the laws of life. For example, we say amongst ourselves that if you get to a venue, even if you are the biggest man, where's the best place to sit down? At the front. You'll be close to the exit. It's always best to sit at the back. It's better that they come and, Mr. Muyiwa, we didn't know you were with us. Can you please put our hands together for Mr. Muyiwa as a customer? Now for you to come to the front row. And sir, this chair is reserved. Can you please come? Know your native. Fully searched. Not be going, camera will not be following you. And you know all those kind of programs where there may be 10,000 people, so they have screens all over. So, like, on the lighter note, during my undergraduate days at Winners Chapel, when we used to have combined service on Sundays, there was a section of the auditorium that was dedicated to students. So we all students, university, you sit down, you just don't know the people here. You know, there's no form, you can't pretend. Because at the very front, your dean of student affairs is sitting there, the registrar is there, so they expect all of you to be behind them. So when the camera pans around, then they don't show one student in a position that is not meant to be told. You know, there is a student. Life on screen. So you see the students when the camera is coming. Everybody is hiding, or maybe people are talking, then all of a sudden the camera just captures you, just freeze. So it's always a funny moment. So you can imagine you're sitting in the front in that kind of a gathering, and then I say, stand up, sir. Can we put hands together for him? No, you're not sitting here, sir. Keep going. Meet that usher, will direct you to where you're going to. Even no matter how prestigious you must have felt, your value will drop. Your own self-esteem suffers a hit. So God himself tells you the laws that govern this life. Take the back seat if you want the front seat. Be slow if you want to be fast. Be humble if you want to be honored. How? But those are the laws that govern life. As a servant, bear in mind the concept of stewardship is service. There's no other, at the end of it, just serving. Serving God, serving humanity. Joyce Meyer said, the easiest way to overcome the devil is to do good every day. The easiest way to make the devil go mad is to do good every day. Because she believes definitely that you are born again. So she's saying, as a born-again Christian going through crisis or things not happening for you the way you did, in the midst of it all, do good. How? You are on your last 5K, you are still picking up somebody's bill. How? Why? But those are the principles that lead to life and godliness. And those are even our faith has the same paradox. God, like I said earlier, we want to receive more from God, but it's not by let me put it this way. How many of you have been in situations where God has told you are coming to an increase, and the next thing you do is go and put back account? I've done it before. But you know there's opening bank account and opening bank accounts. So some people go and put 10 bank accounts, and you're wondering that, is that what God told you? Because most likely, if God is going to tell you, I'm about to prosper, the first thing He's going to tell you to do is to give that which you have. Not to yourself, to another person. So you're wondering, what are we really doing? But we have just found out from the Word of God, from Genesis to Revelation, that in as much as this is a style of God, it works every time. When God takes people from nowhere and makes them all things. Joseph was a paradox. It was not the norm. After him, it never repeated itself. Except Obasanjo. Yeah. But it has not repeated himself. But even Obasanjo was a special case. He had ruled before. Okay, I'm Mandela. But Joseph, when it happened, it made no sense. Myself and my wife were discussing yesterday. Let's not make a mistake. If you were Joseph, the day you wore your finest clothes, maybe the only shirt you have that is above 10,000, to go and greet your brothers. Brothers, the same father, just some different mothers. Some, same mother self. You now get there, and your brothers now begin to beat you. Will you just stand like this and say, let them beat me? I'm suffering for righteousness' sake. Would you stand that way? No. Let's even say they overpower you and they tear your clothes and they throw you into the pit. Maybe you are unconscious. But by the time they wanted to say you, they now woke you up. So that the people that want to buy you know that you are awake. Will you just go with them? Okay, my brother said, this is your decision. Can't you judge out of us? I will go. Would you? No. You would fight. Meaning that as at that time that Joseph was being sold, it didn't make sense to Joseph. It definitely would not have made sense to the guy that was being sold. Because you'll be remembering the dream. These people bowed, and they're not even bowing. They're laughing right now. I'm not even bowing right now, I'm tied up. So it doesn't make sense. Do you know how many years you had to wait for that day to come? prime minister, he might even have given up on that dream. Because after that time that I got to Egypt, we never heard that Joseph called anybody and said, God told me. My family said that my family that went to back. He never. Meaning that he gave up on that dream. Because the reality of his life did not conform to what he was told. But those are the paradox of life. Like they say, life happens. At the very most spiritual moment of your life is when you face your most weakest. I've discovered that myself and a couple of my friends who also happen to be pastors, they say, one of us said, when he finds out that the Holy Spirit is moving, maybe he goes to a service and he prays and somebody shares testimony of healing. Pastor Leonard said that week is the most scary week for him as a Christian. He said because he knows that the devil now knows that, hey, your power is manifesting. Let me humble you small. So he's always on guard. So that he doesn't break rank. It's the paradox of life. You would expect that after receiving a sure word from God, the earth should align. My brother, I wish it was so. But that is where the Bible says, contending for our faith. Fighting for this faith. Because if you are like me, then you have no backup plan. That is either God works, or everything fails. No, I appreciate what she said. You know, I call her my wife. When I tell my wife something, I said, no, don't say that. That's negative. I said, that does not mean I don't have faith. Faith is not, let's not become religious. Where we just say, no, don't, you can't say that can happen. I didn't say it will happen. I said, if we don't do this, this can happen. So if you don't want this to happen, let's do this. She said, no, don't say that. My dear sister, if God comes through or not, let's tell ourselves. Because many times in your journey in life, you would come to situations you will think that God will not come through. Don't let's lie to ourselves. That we would always be sure that He will come through. There are days, expenses you will have. You will be sure God did not come through. You might not be able to say it because God will to slap you. You will feel anger towards God, but you will yet remain humble. But your heart is boiling. It's the paradox of life. But for you to boil and yet still lift up a song of worship, that's what this topic is. That's your stewardship. For you to be broken and still stay, yet will I trust you, Lord. When everybody around you expects you to say, come, let's form a committee of prayers. How bad is your experience? Yours is good. Mine is worse. You are crying for me. After you cry for me, let me cry for your own. You know, we laugh at these things, but you know subconsciously you do it. Indirectly we do it. When people come to you with their own problems, when we were in secondary school, my geography teacher was teaching. And he noticed that there was a girl in front. She wasn't behaving too well. We were next to her, so she was feverish also. I can't really say what's good. So he just looked at her in the middle of the class. I said, what's wrong with you? She said, I'm not feeling fine. You know, he paused. Look at her. Who told you that me too, I'm feeling fine? Do you think I want to be here? The girl just busted into tears. So why are you crying now? Do you know I can flog you? I'm never flog you. When the person, she's not feeling fine. All of you need help. True life story. So, because he was expecting that when he told us he wasn't feeling fine, we was like, sorry, sir. But the truth is, Jesus knew that when the journey of his life was going to end, it was not going to be palatable. He knew there was no, it wasn't like it was last day that God told him, the end of the story is die. No, he knew before he came. He knew it was going to be a case of die. So when that die showed, he had been prepared before he came to the earth. But on that day, hey, is this it? So if Jesus gets to that position, prepared before the foundations of the earth for that moment. And yet, the Bible says, see, nobody stabbed Jesus in the garden, true of us. He was never stabbed in the garden. But the Bible says when he was praying, his sweat was like blood. Is that not scary? Because it's only God that knows what he was doing in that place of prayer. The fear that gripped him. Is this going to truly happen to me? You think when they were telling Jesus, if you are the Son of God, that the angels, you think he didn't think of it? Not true. Oh God. Okay, God, now hold on. It will soon be over. And the Bible tells us clearly, he endured that while because he knew that there was a crown and a victory that was ahead. That's why you and I will endure now. Because we are assured that there is a crown ahead. You might not see it, but it is there. So please do not listen to the intrigues of life. Do not throw in the towel now. Because let's be honest, this auditorium reminds me of when David said, when the book of First Samuel, and they came out to David, broken, dejected, in debt. I'm sure by the time we take those lists and we ask around, everybody has one or two attributes. Everybody in this auditorium. Because if you are perfect, you and I won't be here. If you had it all figured out, we are not that humble. We will not make midweek service. We will send text. I'm currently in a board meeting in Dubai. If we had it all figured out, but we are here because truly, let me go to there and receive small help to have my help. But the truth is, it's not in any way wrong. Because where's the solution of the man that is sick? He's in the hospital. So why should you not be able to come to your God the way you are? The wrongest place to run from is the presence of God. No matter how bad it is, find your way back there. No matter how crazy it has become, let the world condemn you, but let God defend you. It's more than enough. Let everything around you not make sense. Let your husband say, you are the worst thing that has happened to my life. Thank God for your opinion. But I will run to God for help. Let the world crumble. Let them say, the EFCC has put your picture up. You run back to God. Run back to God. I have this understanding about faith. That faith is not really in the declaration of things. It's not for us. The power, faith that Jesus gave us, is not for you and I to have cars. That's not the purpose of faith. It's not for you to have all the money in the world. That's not the reason you have faith. Faith is to make heaven appear on earth in your experiences. To bring the hand of God manifest upon the earth. So a car is just a byproduct of that experience. So if God will not be glorified in that car will not come. If your motive is to show up and to come on Sunday, for those of you at Liberty, I know some people, let's be humble, Let's be humble. I know some people that have thought about it. Some of the cars are parked inside. Who are they? Why can't I park inside with these people? All of you say you don't think that way. I believe you. But let's assume that somebody thinks that way. So that kind of a person now said, I want to buy a car bigger than all these cars. So that when I come on Sunday, I'll be the first person to park. And you expect God to give you his best. No. Sometimes we are not even that dark in our thinking. But in the subconscious of our heart, in the inner recesses, there are those corners where we've not really clarified our intentions. And God sees all things. And He's asking real questions. To what end is your pursuit? Why are you on this journey? The purpose of our journey with God is to fall in love with Christ. It's to live in the love of God. To know the love of God, to experience the love of God, to walk in the love of God. If Christianity teaches you any other thing than that, then it's a lie. Because the three things that are important, faith, love, and hope, 1 Corinthians 13, he says of these three things, Love is the greatest. Faith is great. Faith is powerful. Hope is great. But when you are talking of the one with the greatest power, because it's the summation of life itself, it's the love of God. Someone said, listen to all my tapes, read all my books, until you know how much my heart beats for God, you never can know my secret. Because you may think it's the ability to stand and pray and demons to scatter. No, that's not the power. Those are just proofs. The real essence is a heart that is stayed on the Lord. Come rain, come shine. So even in the inner recesses of your heart, as the trials and the troubles come, my brothers and my sisters, I charge you this evening. Understand there is the twist of life. The Bible makes in the book of Philippians, Paul said, I have learned to abound and to abase. Abound means to live in plenty. Abase to me means to manage whatever I have, to be satisfied with my lot. So the day I'm able to buy fuel for my generator and run it for 24 hours, God be praised. The day I cannot put on candle, God still be praised. The day that when I was eating my food, I could say in the morning 3 pieces of meat, afternoon pizza and meat, night whatever, God be praised. But those days when it does not happen that way, God should still be praised. Not, when you are enjoying, God be praised. Now when this happens, God, I'm worthy of that. You are worthy of my praise. It's practically you telling your God, try for your guy. At least I did praise you. Try. No. But with the same fervor, with the same clarity, with the same unction, let your praise ring out to the ends of the earth. Because in those moments, you stand in faith. It's in those moments you make those decisions that alter destiny. It's in those moments you stop time. Because you stop the cycle of life. The normal course of life is when things don't go your way, react to the pressure. No! In those moments, come under the law of God that I have learned to abound and to abase in the Lord. That is through Christ I can do all things. Through Christ I can do all things. The day you will use that scripture in your life, you most likely cannot do anything. Because if you are truly doing all things, you will not say, through Christ I can do all things. When David wrote, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, most likely there was famine in David's house. The biggest revelations of your life come in the days of adversity. The biggest experiences of God you will ever have are in those moments when all hell breaks loose. When you really cannot control. For me, I'm a control freak. I hate being in situations I cannot control. I was always like that. But I found out that the more I followed God, the more dangerous that concept was to my growth in God. When I always wanted to be in control of everything that happens around me. So when anything goes out of place, hey, Jesus, even me, I used to shock at my, when you take a step away from yourself and look at yourself, I need the react like this. I used to be, what's wrong with you? But I learned that, okay, after you're boiling to the highest Fahrenheit and cooling, then reboiling, what does he have to the issue of that? No. Absolutely nothing. Rather, it even reduces the potency of the influence of God. Because you have gone on battles that you did not need to go. Let God be God and let all men be liars. Let God's word defend you in the days of your adversity. Not the eloquence, not who you know. Please, let's not fall into that trap. That when things are not playing right, the first thing we do is, what can I do to manage it? That is one of the greatest lies we can ever practice as Christians. Yes, it's good to look for how to manage. There's a place of management. But there's the first place of saying, God, walk your way out in all this. Because you can walk your own way and you move from fry pan to fire. Or you can even move from great fire to small fire, but you're still in fire. But when God finishes, the Bible says you'll be like them that dream dreams. Meaning that you will look at your life and you, like we say in Yoruba, is this me? Is this me that my story has turned around? Absolutely. You are humbled because you know that if you are even trying to orchestrate the events of your life, you would never have gotten into. With all of your efforts, with all your family coming together with their mind and resources, you would not have gotten to this good point. So why not just lean on the absolute nature of God? Lean on Him. It's not that easy. Yes, we know. But trust me, there is no other way. Any other way is a lie. It fails at last. I'm sure if I start from here to that back view, I'll find everybody that has a personal experience of people showing me their good and their worst side at the same time. Everybody here, I'm sure, that experienced a personal disappointment from someone you had high hopes on. If it has not happened to you, watch out. It's not a curse. My dear brother and sister, it's coming. It's coming to your station now. That day, you will not even put on the TV when it starts showing. It should just come to you, and you will experience it. Because as long as man is man, at his best, he can never be God. He can never take the place of God. So as long as a man finds himself in a situation where you're expecting something from another man, watch out. It's not that it's an evil thing. You know that sometimes somebody has promised you help, and the problem he now encounters after promising you, now makes him tell you, look, if you yourself can help me out now, when I recover, I'll help you again. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Someone that has promised you maybe, you need 500K. What's wrong with you? Come on Friday, I'll give you the check. Thursday night, he calls you to say, can you send me 5K? I want to go, I'm supposed to meet you tomorrow for 5:30. He says, no. I just got an urgent situation. He's like, hey, he's scoping me. He's not scoping you. It's the dynamics of life. Life happens. Life happens. But what is our surety? That God is with us, even to the ends of the earth. And His thoughts towards us, they are thoughts of good, not of evil. And to bring us to an expected end. He didn't say to live in the middle of the road. So until you are in that final moment of your life, where you know that in the next 2 minutes I'm shutting down. Because if there's any way I've heard of people dying, I think one of the sweetest is my grandfather. My mom's dad, his last wife, he died at the age of 96 or so. His last wife was in his late 80s when he got her. He was 80 plus when he got his last wife. He was always agile. So he had this addiction. He had this addiction to self-help from his childhood. So he called my mom, come and visit me. So my mom goes to meet him. And my grandfather, he has a skin chair in the village now. All those raffia mat sort of chairs. So he spread it out in front of his house, in front of his compound, near his gate, and he was receiving fresh air. So he finished the bottle of 7-Up. He went to my mom, the 7-Up was good. Well, I was like, the way you've been talking the last couple of days, are you okay? He says, no. Just that soon I'll be able to take the 7-Up and give him. So my mom was like, you can't be saying that. You want to die? What do you mean? Let me buy another bottle. So she left me with the last cup. So as she went, she was on her way back when some people crying. He tried to 7-Up a pastor. So he took one last trip for the journey. So my mom, because I can remember that night, she came back home and as she walked into the house, I said, so when she broke down, so when I heard the story later, when she had finished crying, weeks later, months later, I said, That's what I said to her. Oh, when were you crying? Died a good death. The way she still looked at me like, so if your own father said he's your husband, don't say it to me, he's your husband. Go finish that already. So now, even in those last moments, because I believe that that's the kind of death I will die, it's then I will be able to say, yes, God is true. But until I come to those moments, I would never consider that God is true. I will keep believing that it's not yet true with me. Because you find out, when you think you've gotten the best of God, God tells you there is more. There is more. You've not seen it all. When you think, what can God do for me again? Not because you are saying God has no capacity, but you are just wowed. Then God comes again and says, let me show you a greater place. Let me show you a better story. So, as a roundup, I hope I've made sense here. Please remember Matthew 10, verse 39, Matthew 5, verse 3, Matthew 19:30, 2 Corinthians chapter 8, from verse 1 to 3. That scripture, I'll use that to round up. 2 Corinthians chapter 8, from verse 1 to 3. Paul was writing to the Corinthian church, and he says, in the midst of your deep poverty, you are outgiving everybody. It doesn't make sense. It's just like now, a church that, in EPC, we have a church that is located in, how many of you know the place called Takwa Bay? Takwa Bay is no man's land. So beside Takwa Bay, there's another Upper Blessed Island. EPC has branches on those spots. I've been there to minister once, and I told them the next time they invite me, they should make sure it's at least 1 year from the time I came, so that I can recover from that one time. I just have to go over water. And I took all those boats. It's not yachts, it's not speed boats. Boats. And in the middle of the water, the boat stopped. God. It was on a Sunday morning. I was like, God, this is not the plan. This is Pastor Brian was maybe just told me this before. And even though that when I go back and I spoke to them, I'm not looking for the way they give. So when they are, things are really not as rosy as it is for us here. It's rosy for us here. We are this is more helpful to what they have there. But now just imagine in the EPC family as a church, they give more to church projects than we. How? It's not, please understand, I'm not saying God cannot bless them, but I'm just saying creating an hypothetical situation. That was what Paul was confronted with. He said the Corinthian church, they were in war. But yet they're giving more than the churches that were in Ephesus, they were giving more than the test because they understood their concepts. That if I'm going to get out of this poverty, it's not by keeping this little thing you have. You know when you have rag, and you are saying, no, I must keep this my rag, I don't have another one. My brother, it will go to raga. Because you need to let it go. See, it gets worse when we become so self-centered. God says, stretch yourself out. Live life with an open heart. Live life with an open hand. Please understand open hand, not like this. Meaning give me. No. Open hand, meaning that whatever is in your hand can go out. Please, no matter where you are, it is wrong for you to consider and say, they know now I don't get. They know now they manage. My brother and my sister, that is you perpetuating poverty in your life. You are telling poverty, come and live with me. You are telling your circumstances, remain with me the way they are. It's not like someone that is always going to the hospital, and as you enter the hospital corridor, maybe because you're suffering from an ailment, as the car drops you and you come, where's my doctor and my nurses? I've come again, no. My brother, it does not work. You will end up in that cycle. But when you come down and the doctor expects you to be frowning your face, that maybe you are still asking, I just came for a checkup. You that you are on half battery, say you came for checkup. It's checkup. It's still checkup. It's still checkup. I'm going to get better. The doctor said, go home and do your final lying in state. I'm not lying in any state. I'm flowing. Because I am planted by the rivers of living water. I will bear fruit in and out of season. Man might not understand, but you are activating the laws of the kingdom. Pray that the Lord helps our understanding in the name of Jesus. Amen. So, the law of paradoxical participation says to us that as stewards, in our service to God, in our service to humanity, it is not always exalting our position first. It is laying ourselves out for others. It is believing the best in others. It is giving people, through our pain, our best. Through our disgust, understanding that even in those moments, is the best time to walk in faith. It's the best time to be a Christian. When I care about you, when I've got my own issues, you will be inhumane not to respect me. Because most likely I did not even tell you I was going through anything. And you will not find out later that, wow, so all this while this man was even helping my career. He was going through this. You'll be inhumane for you not to appreciate what I've done. Just me, I said, I'm sure many of us are familiar with the story. Her father molested her for years, raped her. Let's not use good English. Her father slept with her for years. Biological father. Some of the stories are gory. She says, her father gave his life to Christ in his 80s, and he should not long after that he died. It was not the preaching of the gospel to her father that made him change. It was the goodness he saw from the people he expected to hate him. Because he couldn't believe that Jasmaya and her siblings still cared about him. It didn't make sense because he knew his son doesn't know I've entered my season of suffering. But yet they outstanded him and said, no, even though you are not repentant of what you've done, we let you go. At the end of the day, he gave his life to Christ. It became a testimony. Because if he had died in his sins, it has not made her the winner. It hasn't made her the winner. It gives validation to our experience. It makes it easy for her to stand and say, what are you going through that you think you cannot let go? Because when she says it now, nobody can tell her when you were going through your own, did you let go? Because now she stands as a testimony to letting go. So please, all those bags of rockets of offense, those are no, I don't agree. I can't carry last. We are not all from worry. Even a worry man should give his life to Christ. Sam, please not take it personal. I think I know that I need to close before Mr. Sam refuses my mic to work. Okay. Let him go and let him go. If you understand that concept of our life, it makes life easier. It makes life easier. Medically, it works. When there's nothing you're carrying like growth in your heart, it makes your body healthier. Trust me. Carry growth for 2 weeks, you will know the meaning of different levels of headache. Just 2 weeks, you will know. You just be like, this one, that one that is doing that is migraine. This other one is, you will hear names. You will have kidney stones. True life story. Someone got, they opened up someone for operation and said, you have kidney stones. And they were able to trace it, and it just grudged you. You just refuse to let go. That's congealed in you. See, God knows why He gave us the laws He gave us. Because He made us. He knows us more than we could ever know ourselves. So even when we do not understand, please follow His laws. Follow His laws. You with tears in your eyes, you feel cheated. God, it's because of you I'm letting go. And let God remind you. Many times when I get really angry and I feel I have the right for vengeance, God reminds me that did you deserve my love when I gave it to you? Did you work for it? Even now, are you still working for my love? You think if I judge you by the way I evaluate, you would have died since. So, who are you to now roll up the carpet from another man's robe? I pray that the Lord will help our understanding in the name of Jesus. Father, we thank you for the privilege of your word. We thank you for the truth.